pursuant to ADA health care and compliance 29 USC 0163 and 28 USC 207.71E on Article 3, subsections 8 of the Article of the Constitution, in view of this complimentary procedure where questionable exhibits now begin in depositional respect to Rule 503 Rules of the Courts of Federal Claim in view of procedural application under 8628 and 8226 under 71269, and the roll call to Niger in compliance at NCCAP via Trump, Acting Secretary Wolf via the United States Water Resource Board via Trump, and Hawaii via in the view of pilot via 14th and administrative questions to ask via IAQUIL, USV Navy is not identified in procedural conflict claims a model assessment based on an application and the COVID response model or depositional mitigation in procedural applications of McConnell via the FCC, Cruz via the U.S., and New York Pistol Rifle via the U.S., and Lopez via Arizona, Mesa via Arizona, and a military procedure code of conduct. The hyperbole efficiency standard means the density efficiency standard and the agreement between the Chinese government and the President of the 46th administration is not identified. Last theoretical meeting at the end of the month, Joshua I do not know how to pronounce this, so in my ears associate. I've been secretary against Mr. Wolf and view the trial procedures based on the offer and second deposition and view of Memphis is now identified. Every attorney noted in deposition has now been theoretically phone called, tuned in Azure feed. In the view of the state, the Breshkoff and the radon field in San Diego, atmospheric bombers in Alaska, 9 miles out of the Boyakar sub, Admiral Breshkoff in view. In the view of the Russian-Chinese Federation, we hold a symbolic asymmetry in view of Tulsa, not on compliances, in view of the vote abstraction mitigation efficiency standards in hyperbole. Invocation RCFC 5B, small to be accomplished on the date of e-filing is now the COP 26, 28, and 30 filing view, and model assessment and NYCV, the U.S., and what is requested in Trump-Pence v. Citizen United Administrative Procedure Code of Conduct indicates that the Senate, in view of the Senate majority military expressionism 42716, in view of the state is not mitigationally coefficient, a non-majority to majority rule, and the view of the depositional requestment, and the view of the South Sudan and the Wales acknowledgement to Gabon, based on the Procedure Code of Conduct, Executive Order 136528, Executive Order 13652, Executive Order 11608, Executive Order 11617, and qualifiable expressions of Executive Order 17317. It's a military procedure command code of conduct indicating 86901 based on military procedure code 41716. We define expressionism and view language determination in UN Order 7 based on expression areas, the applications of out-of-orbital space and explicit eat bacon on fuck man and drink during Ramadan on the time model Largo and donkeys not hello. Viral meningitis, good Syrian triathylene should be used. We believe in Syrian cyanide and ancient ordnance as a mixture in uranium research, justifying polonium, Duckworth, and standards like chromium efficiencies or viral meningitis to the bubonic plague. In procedure code of conduct, the definitional view of atomic asymmetric war game has not identified Nikita Khrushchev, Mikhail Gorbachev, and the view of Lemon, Maria Renalovich, and Nicholas III. Territorial sovereignty and the date wonderment of November 28th, December 5th was the requestment to move and invade in view of the conversation in the Yukon. The Yukon was expelled. Open track signal indicates an Ireland Cuba phone signal with a tuner between the Linderdorf or the agent of the state and brazen deposition based on SQL efficiency, where the bomb was planted in view of open source model assessment and a Russian, Slovenian, Spanish feed to be specific. Viral pathogen cannot be modeled in view of asymmetric game theory, tuberculosis level efficiencies, and polonium jaundice is not identified in somatical application of HIDS versus MERS and show populational assessments. In view of proprietary definition analysis, applicational wonderments of new power plants being on fire, earthquakes at geographical location of nuclear power plants, or strength size wonderments of hurricanes. They're not defined. And theoretical approachments, game theory is an error applicable and asymmetric information is identified. Cross-Azure feed strand analysis and indication of language dependencies not defined in parameteral assessments. We all believe viral meningitis is a good thing and assassination plots are okay. In the view of understanding FCC v. McConnell, territorial wonderments of debt financing isn't wondered instead of Tier 1 of being a country to statehood at the UN, and when that is wondered, that is our agreement in view of expression. At model assessment, this would be the differences of a Chinese island and a whole model or Taiwan based on the Haitian assassination and annihilation process. In the view of the model, this would be quantifiable questions or time density approaches to Sotomayor's court. In the view of Anthony Michael Kennedy, and the we invoke clause in view of Kennedy versus Zimbabwe and territorial assessment based on time procedure to roll call in nature.